Hey guys, Dragonite13 here, and we're going to be doing something a little different today. We're going to be taking a look at Resident Evil 2, the board game. Now, some of you might not know this, but I am not only a fan of video games, I am also a fan of board games. So when Resident Evil 2, the board game, was on Kickstarter, I went for it. And not only did I go for it, I went for everything. So this is going to be just a little different. It's going to be a little unboxing video of the base game itself and all the available Kickstarter expansions that were options if you wanted to pay for them. So right here we have the base board game itself, published by Steamforged Games, who you may know as the guys who made the Dark Souls board game, as well as Guild Ball is another one of their well-known games. Here on the back we got a nice little shot of the city, and a little blurb up top. It talks about night has fallen in Raccoon City, and a shroud of darkness hides the horrors within. A viral outbreak has brought this once prosperous town to its knees, infecting the populace and turning them into ravenous undead monsters. It is into this nightmare you are now thrown. Another survivor desperately trying to escape with your life. Along the way, you'll have to aid others like you, battle enemies unknown, and search for the sinister truth behind the disaster that has befallen Raccoon City. Got a nice shot of the board there, and... ah, damn, those are the miniatures we're gonna get? Well, let's see. Now, you might be able to tell from the shine of the package, but these are all completely sealed. I have not even undone the shrink wrap yet, so let's get started. Okay, so right away, let's open this bad boy up and see what's inside. Ah, the lid. The lid's like the perfect fit, so you gotta like slide it properly. Ah, very first thing. Very nice. I love this screen. Nice little double-sided mat. Here, right away, we've got the rulebook, which they actually posted a PDF of these rules online. There's a rules reference on the back. Some very cool artwork throughout. I'm not gonna sit here and go through like all the rules. Hey, some RE1 artwork. That's neat. I'm not gonna sit here and like go through the rules here because if you cared enough, you can look it up. I'm just going through what's in the box. So we have the rule book there. Here we have the scenario book. This lists the various scenarios that you'll be playing through, showing you. Oh, it's this way up, I see. Showing you the map, the rules, and all sorts of horrors that will be awaiting you inside. Next up, we have all the tiles. Now this is one complaint I did hear about in terms of the game, is that these tiles are very dark. And like the artwork's kind of indistinguishable on them, which I can absolutely see what they mean by that looking at it, but these are meant to kind of be generic tiles rather than signifying specific places, so I can kind of forgive it for that. But we got 3, 4, 5 different tile planks, along with some counters on the bottom here in the last plank. And 2 more planks with more tiles and counters. Very cool. Now we come to the miniatures and the decks. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, it's taped. Hang on. A trusty tool for that. Alright, let's take a look at some of these minis. God, this recording is going to be atrocious. Well, first of all, we have the various dice here. There's blue dice and red dice and one very standard die. However, the one on the standard die, I just want to show this. The one on the standard dice is actually an umbrella symbol. Very cool. First roll off camera, I actually rolled the umbrella symbol, but you won't believe me. Yeah, here's the various dice. Red ones mostly for attacking, blue ones for like attacking and dodging. Very cool. Got the usual dice feel to them. They're not overly light or heavy or anything. Pretty standard dice. Here we have a tiny little deck of equipment cards. Equipment cards, items, and things you'll be finding as you search through search piles. Yeah. Wrapping on this one's surprisingly good. Here we go. Here we go. Toss that over there. We also got like some handguns here, some knives, green herbs, you know, all sorts of various things. Ooh, we get to pick up the jewels and the wire cords. Oh, this is awesome. Heart key. Yeah, this is all really cool. And then they're divided into like pile B here, and like got an S pile and A pile. It's all very cool. So it's gonna go right back in there. Here we have the regular sized cards. Let's take a look. Okay. So over here we have our character cards. We have Leon, Claire, Ada Wong. Get a better shot of her on focus camera. Why are you being like this? Oh, it doesn't like focusing sometimes. And then Robert Kendo in like his original RE1 appearance rather than remake. Oh, there we go. There's the focus. Another good shot at these guys. Artwork's a little weird, but especially Leon. Leon looks really weird, but they're not bad. And then, of course, we also have the tension deck. This is where either you draw all clears, or like echoes in the darkness, or say prehensile grasp, or maybe even something horrible like vigor mortis. Basically, just bad things will happen as you draw tension cards. Again, this isn't going to be like a lengthy explanation of the rules. This is just showing what comes in the box. Alright, next we have the figures. So right here, this is just the first one I grabbed, is Robert Kendo. Camera, please. Why won't you focus? I know sometimes if you like get it to focus on your hand, that helps, but I feel like it was trying to focus on him for. It's probably trying to focus on the cat playing in the background. Darn it. And then over here we have Leon. Oh man. You'll have to take my word for it with these sculpts. They look pretty good. Like you can actually make out RPD and the symbol on Leon's back. You can actually see the faces. The sculpts aren't bad. Pretty standard actually. Like I could see you painting these sculpts, but they're also really tiny. Like they're smaller than I thought they would be. Over here we have Claire. Oh sure, you focus on Claire camera. I see how it is. With Claire, you can actually see the maid in heaven on her back. Hold on. All right, so as I was. Before I got interrupted here, we have Claire. Looks very nice. You can even see the maid in heaven on her back. Super cool. Then we have Ada. Sporting a very action pose here. I like it. Also, she's carrying the club key for some reason. Not quite sure what the decision on that one was, but very cool. those back in the containers then. There we go, like that. Now, of course, we want to see the big boy here. Birkin 3. Look at this bad boy. Oh man. The detail on this guy. Also, my cat's gonna start playing with the plastic in the background because he's an asshole. You know what? That's fine. God, you can see the detail on the eye and everything. Oh. The Birkin butt. It's like there's so much to look at here, but see how big he is compared to, say, Leon here for reference. Look at that. That is very nice. I like this. Also, each of the miniatures on the bottom just has Steve Ford's Games logo. I don't know if I like pointing that out. So there's Birkin 3. We also have in here Stubborn Hole guy. Here we are. We have a G Mutant, or G Adult as they ended up being called in the remake. You know, he was the first boss you ever fought in RE2. He'd be like blocking this area going, and he would just like puke up his larva. He's got the one big hand, he's got an eye over there. He looks pretty nice. In here, we've got a couple of liquors. We've got Ready to Claw Your Face Out liquor and Crawly liquor. The tongue liquor. It's very nice. It looks very nice, but you can't see it. Also, the cat's an asshole. Now we have all sorts of zombies here. We've got... Wow, really? So also, we have at least 6 different types of zombies in here. Let's just take... Oh wait, no, I see. They come in pairs of 2. So we have 3 different types of zombies, but we have 4 each. Let's just take a look at one of them. For now, let's go with female zombie here. Here we are. So she is like the short-haired, like red-shirted zombie you would encounter in the game. But the camera doesn't focus on her because I hate my life. But yeah, she looks pretty good. You can see the details on her clothes. She looks alright. And then we have some Cerberus down here. Just take a pouncing Cerberus as an example. There's also a couple that are just like standing around growling, but this one's in an action pose, so he's kind of neat. There's 4 different Cerberus with different variations of walking or growling, and here's a shot of all the zombies getting the game. But that's all for the base set of Resident Evil 2. We have a lot more to go, though. So let's take a look at some expansions next, shall we? Okay, I said we were going to dive right into the expansions, but before that, actually, how about we take a look at some Kickstarter exclusive sculpts that you got if you pledged a certain amount to the Kickstarter. Now, the box itself is very plain. There's nothing to it, just says that these are the sculpts. It's by Steve Ford, so let's take a look inside. Just pop open the bottom here, slide this out. Alright. So, we have another collection of sculpts here. These are all like different costumes for the characters and some alternate enemies. Let's take a look. Okay, so the very first sculpt here is actually, this was one of Leon's alternate costumes where he had like this biker jacket on. It was silly. I liked it. Also, he's holding a shotgun like a badass. We got Ada with a crossbow. This isn't really an alternate costume, it's just more of an action pose, I guess, but yeah, Ada with a crossbow. You'll have to trust me that it's Ada, because the camera's really not cooperating with focusing. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's Ada. She has a crossbow. Nothing particularly special about that sculpt. Let's see. We have Kendo with a handgun. That's nothing particularly special, but over here we have the ridiculous Leon. This was his second alternate costume in the original. I have no idea what it was trying to represent, but it's like Leon in a baseball cap and a tank top, and he would hold his gun sideways, like a gangster. And yeah, the camera focus is really messing with me, but it's fine. Trust me, that's what it is. It looks ridiculous, but it's cool. Let's see. Oh, we also have bandaged Leon. This is from after he got his bullet wound, and Ada patched him up in the sewers because that can only be sanitary, right? And he's got an upgraded Magnum there. You can tell by the long magazine. Very neat. Oh, there we go. There's a bit of focus. Yeah, bandaged Leon. That's a cool sculpt. I like that one. Let's see. What else we got in here? Our other alternate costume. This is Claire's, like, biker outfit, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. But it's when it's the costume she gets with her revolver. It's very cool. Again, because the camera focus really just hates me, you're just going to have to kind of take my word that that's what these are and that they look cool. Trust me, they look cool. Let's see. We have... Hang on. Yeah. We have a flaming police zombie in here. Very nice. Very nice. He's an officer zombie, but he's on fire. I don't know what else to say with that. But we got this guy's really cool. This is a torso zombie. Look at that. All the guts you can see there. Look at the detail on the guts. Oh, that's beautiful. I like that one. Definitely going to be using that one when I can. We got some like various corpse ones. We got naked lab zombies. Everyone always loves naked lab zombies, right? Well, here's one of them. Here we go. Here's the center. Come on, camera. You can focus on it. I believe you. Okay, fine. Fine, screw you, camera. But yeah, mostly it's like just a couple of these alternate zombies. There's different uniformed zombies, different like, naked zombies. Mostly I like that torso zombie. That was really cool. Alright, but those are the Kickstarter exclusive sculpts. Very nice. I forget how much you had to pay in order to get it. It wasn't anything too bad though, from what I remember. Alright, so that was our exclusive sculpts. Let's see what else we got. Hey, how about Murder from Above? This is apparently a little mini expansion that adds crows as enemies. Let's take a look at that. So the sooner I get all these like little mini expansions out of the way, the sooner we can dive into the real stuff. Also, my cat's back, hooray. Oh, I forgot. This doesn't also... just had the crows, it adds the moth. Praise the fucking moth. Let's go. Alright, so right off the bat, we have 3 crows in 1 sculpt. Or is that? Yeah, 3 crows on a corpse. Yeah, you can't tell because the camera won't focus. Here we are, but yeah, they're like piled on top of a body, taking off after they foolishly tried to grab ammo from that body. And there's 4 of these. They all look identical. And we have the giant moth. Oh, look at the details on this bad boy. Oh, this one looks really cool. I like this. The moth was always kind of a weird enemy in RE2, but he was there, and he wasn't. Also, we get they're taped in there pretty well, so I'm gonna have to yank them out. But we also have enemy cards for the crows and the moths. Okay, here we go. Oh, they weren't taped. It was actually just a. Okay. Here's the seal on this. Here we go. Oh, actually, not only are there enemy cards for the crows and the giant moth, there's also a specific tension deck card for the murder of crows. That's interesting. Okay. Didn't expect that. But yeah, super cool. So that's Murder from Above. Oh, actually, I didn't even see this in there. There's also just a little sheet showing the rules for these new enemies. So, I didn't see those in there. My bad. Let's take a break from looking at sculpts for a second and let's look at some 3D terrain, shall we? Now this was a small little expansion. It's basically spice up your board. Here we are, 3D terrain upgrade. Let's take a look. So right away we have a whole bunch of corpses, because there were apparently corpse markers that you could place into the thing. And we have a little baggie of stuff in there. Let's take a look at that baggie. Look at this. Look at all the stuff you got in here. Let's take a look. Just dump it all out. Okay, so we have a typewriter sitting on a file cabinet. Okay. That looks really good. I like that. And to go with the typewriter, we actually have ink ribbons. Gigantic ink ribbons, like they're bigger than the typewriter, but they're there. We actually have 3 typewriters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ink ribbons, and 2 of these item boxes. So not terribly anything too impressive in here, but it's neat. It's a neat little addition to have. I don't know, I might play with them. I mean, plus they're a good little, because apparently typewriters are actually a mechanic in the game, so it also might be an actual good thing to reference very quickly at a glance where the typewriters are. Next up we have another small expansion, 3D Doors Upgrade Set. Let's take a look at this one. I feel like a little kid at Christmas unwrapping all these boxes. Let's open this one from the top. Let's be different. Alright, inside we have a whole bunch of doors. Holy shit, right? Wouldn't have guessed. But let's actually take a look at the doors. Alright, so here's the door. Double-sided doors too, look at that. And you can even You can even swing them open. Holy shit. Not only can they open, they can close too. And they can open both ways. Oh my god. That's amazing. Best expansion to ever come for any board game ever. 10 out of 10. Yeah, no, this is alright. It's just a little thing. We actually do have different varieties of doors, I just noticed. Because like this one's like a metal door for the lab. You can tell by the weird shape of the handle. There's also like metal X doors. It's okay. Alright. Like, probably one of the more superfluous expansions, but it's an option. You can play with it. Okay, we're almost done with the mini expansions, I swear. Next up, the monster boxes. We have Monster Box 1, Box 2, and Box 3. Let's have a look. So let's see what's in box number 1. We have some more zombies. Actually, these were the same as the Kickstarter exclusive zombies. Now that I'm looking at them. Huh. Oh, maybe this is just... I have to admit, it had been a while since I actually put down the money for these, so... I probably forgot exactly what they are. I think these are just, extras. Just like, hey, we need more zombies in our games. Well, okay, here's some more zombies for you to use. I'm not sure. Let me see. Let's take a look at box number 2. Let's see what that has for us. Okay, nope, these are a little different. They're a little different. We got some different liquors in there. We got some more Cerberus. Those look to be the same Cerberus as the base game. But the liquors, let's take a look. Okay, we have this enhanced liquor. Or maybe not an enhanced liquor. I don't remember if the regular liquors had this single large claw, but he looks really cool. I like the way his tongue is curling there. And you can even see all the details there, like muscles and skeletons. It's really cool. We got sitting at attention liquor. I guess he's sniffing the air, trying to see if he can hear them. And also he's got claws on his feet. Oh damn, look at those things. And then 2 more of the regular liquors in there. The ready to pounce liquor and the stalking liquor. Okay, that one actually had something new, so I'll give it props for that. That was Monster Box 2. Now, Monster Box 3. Whoops, I forgot to actually open this. Hold on. Monster Box 3. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so these are guys we haven't seen yet because they're in some other expansions. But we have some ivies and some giant spiders. Let's take a look. These are classic ivies. These aren't the remake ivies. These are actual fucking plants. Oh, look at these. Look at these badass motherfucker. Oh, he looks really cool. He's got the gaping mouth and all the tentacles. Oh, he looks really cool. And then we have 2 spiders in here. Yeah, spiders were in RE2. I'm pretty sure after 3 they kind of dropped the spiders. Nobody wanted to fight spiders anymore, I guess. But yeah, spiders were in REs 1 to 3. Very cool. Alright. So yeah, I guess all 3 of these boxes are just more monsters for when your base game runs out. But they're still neat. We got to see a couple sculpts we haven't actually seen yet, but those are the monster boxes. Alright, now we're going to start getting into the actual bigger expansions. But first, let's take a look at a little half big, half small expansion here. with the Retro Pack. What is the Retro Pack, you asked? Well, this box actually has some stuff on it, so let's take a quick look. As you can see, we have different looking cards here. And yeah, here we go. The Retro Pack is for the old school Resident Evil fans out there, recreating each of the cards from Resident Evil 2, the board game, and its expansions to match the style of the classic video game release. Ooh, that sounds nice. Huh. Well, let's see what's in it, shall we? Okay, so I thought this was an actual, like, lid, but no, it's another one of these boxes. Alright, it's pretty hefty for one of these too, so let's open her up. A rules booklet for the Retro Pack. Okay, so I'm assuming this is just showing, yeah, this is just showing some, like, alternate layouts that use our new tile. Oop, one of the tiles already popped out. Oops, my bad. But just showing with these new alternate tiles what scenarios they're supposed to go into to represent their various things. Okay, cool. And we're not going to go into too much detail over this, but yeah, we got the various cards in here showing the new look for things. I actually kind of really like the look of the equipment cards here, and the I like this general art style. So this is a very neat one. I like it. All right. Next up, we have the B-Files expansion. Look at this. Look at Tyrant up there, looking super pissed, ready to fuck you up. Now we're back to actual boxes too, no more opening flaps. So, this little lid off here. Okay, very first thing, we have a rule book. Now this rule book I actually did not get a chance to look through before, but it's generally kind of the same layout as the other rule books, because you got the description of the scenarios and the maps. No rules reference on the back though, that's different. I suppose there's not many new rules to this, huh? Here we got some of the tiles. Interesting. I don't see if there's any tiles of particular interest. Not really. They're all kind of like generic tiles. Again, that was one of the complaints. Oops. That I did this game, this tile popped down on its own. I had nothing to do with that. Very cool looking though. Miniatures in here. We got a whole bunch of new zombies. Like we got lab coat zombies up here. Let me try taking this out. We'll take a look. Okay. So here we have some like lab coat zombies. It looks like. Sorry, I wasn't at the camera. My bad. I mean, it's got some kind of coat on it. I'm assuming it's a lab coat. They're all red, so you can't tell. But yeah, he looks like a scientist. He's got like work pants on. And only scientists wear work pants in an apocalypse, don't you know? Yeah, no focus because the camera sucks. Alright. Nah, this camera's doing alright. It's just the autofocus is off. We got those two new liquors that I showed off before. We got those. We also have the Tyrant himself, otherwise known as Mr. X. Remember, he's officially the Tyrant. It's just that Mr. X is a very popular fan name. Here we go. I believe the name Mr. X came from the S.D. Perry novels. Lighting's kind of bad, so you can't get a good look at his face, but Trust me, you can actually see his face, and he is not happy to be chasing you down. And then, of course, he transforms into... Of course, he also transforms into his true tyrant form. Oh man, this looks really cool. I love the action pose these guys. It's like Wolverine. If, like, Wolverine was a bioweapon. Which, I mean, he kind of is, isn't he? I didn't really think of that. Alright, but yeah, there's that. We've also got a deck of new cards, including information on what the Tyrant does. And it also comes with its own tension cards. And then we got new item cards in here. And new locks, like the Master Key. Master Key was something you only needed in the B scenario in the original, so it makes sense. It's in the B files of the board game. Oh, whoops. My bad. I actually missed one more small expansion here. The Giant Alligator. Again, very lightly marked box. So, inside the Giant Alligator, we have, of course, the rules book, which tells you all about what's in the expansion, what the special rules are, and how to set up the scenario, Terror in the Depths. And defeating the Giant Alligator. Okay, so you actually have to come to it twice. Once in the A scenario, once in the B scenario. That makes sense. That's just like the game. Of course, it's got its own special tiles. Here, I guess that represents some area in the sewers that doesn't look like anywhere specific. We got like the sewers office down here. Okay. But then we got actual meat and potatoes here. We've got the Giant Alligator itself. Let's have a look-see. Oh man, look at this guy. Oh, look at the amount of detail they put into this. I love it. Giant Alligator was always like the most what the fuck kind of moment in the original, but having it back is nice. Little nick in the mold there. Nothing major. It's like the only major flaw in a mold I've seen so far. Yeah, super cool. I do like in the remake how he's covered in moss too, but that's always iconic. And of course it comes with its own set of keys. And oh, this one actually has locks that require the diamond key. Interesting. I remember the diamond key ever being needed in the sewers, but yeah. Also we have the other regular cards you're going to need, like the Giant Alligator's card and the tension deck cards. I won't go into details about that at the moment. Okay, so we've gone through the A scenario and the B scenario. You know what that means? We've unlocked the Fourth Survivor, baby. Resident Evil 2, the board game, the Fourth Survivor expansion, featuring our boy Hunk. But not just him, because this expansion is also going to feature Tofu. And on the back, it's got a blurb here. Alpha Team here. Mission accomplished. Rendezvous at the meeting point. Are you ready for the ultimate Resident Evil 2 the board game challenge? The Fourth Survivor expansion introduces 2 unique new game modes to test your skill. And yada yada yada. That's all very nice, but I want to see what Hunk and Tofu are like. Let's open this up. Again, for the record, all of these were sealed, but right before I opened them on camera. So what you are seeing are my honest first time seeing everything in the expansions, in the board game and everything. All right, so the Fourth Survivor expansion. We got the rules book here, all the components and the rules for extreme battle. Ooh, extreme battles in this. I actually didn't know that. I thought it was just the Fourth Survivor. Oh, okay. Fourth Survivor is a scenario, and Extreme Battles Yeah, Extreme Battle's got like, here we have Extreme Battle 1. Okay. All the way up to Extreme Battle 3. Cool. Some more tiles. These, again, more generic tiles. Like, look, there's the office again. But, ooh, buddy. Let's get into it. I thought I felt something. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here we have the Hung and Tofu health tracks. So they're punch outs for some reason instead of cards. Interesting. We got the virus bombs for the EX battle. Some stairs there for some reason. Not sure why. Okay. And here's Mr. Death himself, Hunk. Oh, come on, camera. You want to get a good view on this guy. You want to see how strapped he is. His gear. Okay, fine. Don't. But, okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You gotta find like just the right distance. Yeah, Hunk looks pretty good here, I must say. I'm not a fan of his pose per se. Like he's just kind of hunched over, but. Yeah, he's strapped with stuff, and he looks neat. But the star of Force Survivor here, everyone's favorite block, Tofu. Oh, come on. It is a block of tofu. You cannot focus on a block of tofu. Camera. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. He's got little hands. He's got his knife. Ah, he looks so good. I love him. I love him so much. I want to eat him. Alright, here we have our character cards. Oh my god, I love the... We have actual art for Tofu. That's kind of amazing. I love that. Why is this one so hard to pull out? And then here's the item cards. We got the bombs in there. They're part of like the item pile A's. Okay. Super cool. Oh, I love this expansion. I say, and I haven't even played it yet. But, it's just the fact they have tofu is kind of amazing. Like it wins just based on that. All right, we're almost done. We got a little bit more though. Next, I want to take a look at the survival horror expansion, complete with zombie bread. Oh, this ought to be good. Let's take a look. Alright, so very basic bag in the box, just showing the various components that are in it. And not all the survivors of the Raccoon City incident were concerned with escaping the nightmare. For some, those of dark hearts and unfocused cameras. Dark hearts and even more deranged minds. The only response was to prowl the abandoned hallways and tunnels in search of prey. But the survivors should not despair, for new allies can also be found, and with them, new weapons to confront such challenges. Ooh, that sounds very cool. Why don't we take a look and see? Alright, very first thing. Another rules book. Ooh, nice little shot of William there. Let's see. Oh, so this comes with a hard mode. And optional difficulty for RE2, very nice. Some new rules for campaign mode. And the campaign actually has you unlock characters, so it's listing the various requirements here. Let's see, we got the Zombie Bread and Zombie Marvin mini-bosses. And then just some more setups for a couple scenarios. for the police chief and the G-Virus, which are, from what I understand, from what I remember from the Kickstarter, they're basically two PvP scenarios. Where in the police chief, one player is Chief Irons, who's setting traps to try and kill the other players. And in the G-Virus, one of the players becomes William Birkin, trying to get back to G-Virus. So let's see here. So here, we actually have Marvin Branagh. It's just kind of holding a flashlight, holding his... Oh no, he's got his hand on his revolver. He actually doesn't look wounded here. Interesting. So you decide to have an unwounded Marvin Branagh in your game. There he is. You have... Get out here. They wedged these in really good. We have Annette Birkin. I always liked Annette in the original. She was cool. I don't know, something about her look and the way her actors kind of played it. She was always like one of my favorite characters. But yeah, she's in there. Let's see. Here we have Zombie Brad. Just looking sad and pathetic, just like on the game cover there. Yeah, look at that. How you like that? Zombie Marvin here. Doing little finger guns. Pow, pow. Gotcha. It's looking very stiff, aren't you? I'm not seeing a wound on him, though. It's just interesting. I don't know why they didn't get a wound on his model. Oh, here we actually have a live Brad holding his knife and looking super scared because, well, it's Brad. That's just kind of his thing. Being scared and dying are the two things Brad Vickers is known for. Not necessarily in that order. Well, actually, yes, because he would have to die second. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry I went through with that. Here's Chief Irons. Just looking like he's about to finish someone off in an executioner pose, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. He looks really good. I like him. Very simple, but it works. We also have two giant spiders and two ivies from one of the monster boxes. Here's Ben Bertolucci. Come on, camera. Camera, don't be disrespecting Ben like this. I don't see him. Oh no, I see. He's got a revolver. Actually, at his side. Because, you know, if there's one thing you remember from the original RE2 is that Ben used a weapon. Yeah, that's... You have to take my word for it. That's Ben. He looks alright. He's got his little ponytail back there. William Birkin here. Looking nice and fly. Wearing his lab coat very stylishly. Ready to shout about how the G-Virus is sheer perfection and his best work, and nobody's going to take it from him. And then we actually have Sherry. She's in this. And she's very tiny. She's tiny and the camera won't focus on her. Come on, I want you to at least focus on Sherry. Come on, camera. Focus on my hand. Maybe if you do that. Then you'll be willing to look at Sherry. There we go. Yeah, her original, like, schoolgirl look. It's like the weird shorts and everything. I can't quite... Yeah, she actually does have her locket on there. Also, she's very short. Let me show you. Let me put her next to her dad here. She's fairly short. Well, with this comes another new pack of cards. With the enemies, like the giant spider here. And I'm not sure what... Oh, these must be like the traps that Chief Irons can set. And of course, another set of mini cards. You can get the Chief Irons sample in there, and like the S search pile that you have to do. Okay. That's Survival Horror expansion. Very neat. I rather like the prospect of PvP mode, so having that as an option is always a plus. So that's Survival Horror. Okay, so we went through all those expansions, right? The base game, all those expansions, and there's probably one thing that's on your mind that you just cannot shake the feeling of, and that is there's not enough Birkin. Well, don't worry, because the Malformations of G and the Malformations of G B files have you covered. Let's start with the first Malformations pack, shall we? These are actual boxes, they're not... There we go, they're not flaps like the other small expansions. Alright, so we have a rules booklet for each of these, showing the new rules, obviously, and what's in them. And some other upgrade for the actual scenarios to use these malformations. Oh, look at this. Look at this tile. So this is actually the final battle of the A scenario. So you got the elevator that you're waiting for here. You got like the tubes on the sides. Yeah. Very neat. Oh, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the boys themselves, shall we? So it's all like a perfect size. Oh, I forgot to actually look on the back, but it's actually just a pretty standard back for these boxes. Okay, so here we have Birkin Stage 2. This is the stage where Birkin's head actually starts retreating into his new body. Like you can see the head, like the vestigial arm there, and there's his new head with his fucking awesome arm. God, I love Birkin so much. It's like one of my favorite things from the Resident Evil series. Like they just did him so well. And this sculpt looks pretty good. I like it. And then we've got Birkin Stage fucking 4 here, otherwise known as Doggy Birkin. Look at that. Oh man, that looks really cool. Just look at that gaping mouth. Look at that mouth ready to just bite you and just toss you around. God, Birkin 4 was a pain in the ass to fight, but oh, he looks so good. And of course, as standard, we have new cards showing how each of them plays. Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that official artwork. That's so cool. And then new equip cards. You're going to need extra Magnum rounds if you want to take on these sons of bitches. Look for them in the V deck. Alright, so that was the first Malformation of G expansion. Scroll that away. Okay, so that was the first Malformation of G. Now we get to look at the B files, which, whoo, buddy, look at that. Oh, that looks nice. I want to see that sculpt. And you just gotta love that new game smell. It's so good. Alright, let's open this up. Of course, first thing, we get the rules booklet. Oh my god. That's actually the last page I ended up opening up to, but this explains what's in it, how the new rules work. And then we upgrade scenarios 11B and 15B with these ones. That's right, because these, oh my god. Oh my god, no, no talking. I need to see that sculpt right now. I need to see this with my own eyes. Okay, gently. Oh my god. Look at this behemoth. This thing is friggin' huge. Oh my god. I kind of want to grab a character for reference size, because this is... Oh, look at the detail in the mouth. It's got like the 2 tentacles. Oh, and you never even like see the back end of him. So, yeah, if you wanted to know what Birkin's butt looked like in that form, there it is. How do you like that? Oh my god, I love this. This is beautiful. And then we got Birkin 1. This is when he's still mostly human. He's just got a really big arm, and he wields a pipe. Just like a couple magnum rounds to the face would usually do this guy in, but in the remake he's much more threatening, but not that much harder. Still super cool. See that? And then you got the usual extra deck of cards showing how each of them are going to work. Decent sized deck too. Oh, that's so cool. That, you know, I want to grab a figure to do a comparison. Hold on one sec. So here we have Marvin Branagh, who's probably exploring somewhere with Sherry Birkin. Just trying to find their way through the RPD or something. And here is fucking Birkin 5. Holy shit, the size difference is immense. That's, oh. Fucking, you can swallow Sherry in one bite. That's how big he is. I just wanted to do that size comparison, because that is super cool. Oh, I love this mini. I mean, I can't even call it a mini, can I? These are minis. This is not a mini. Oh my god. And that is everything that was in the Kickstarter for Resident Evil 2, the board game. Thank you all for sitting here while I go through each of these boxes. I thought it was pretty fun. And I was thinking I might even like try a solo campaign playthrough of the base game and the B files with some of the expansions. Just as something like fun to do on the channel. You know, something different. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But thank you all for watching. This is Dragon Knight 13 saying, see you all later, and keep surviving.